Hi. Hey, everybody. Hey, Jackie. Hi, Ivy. Hey. Here, I'll put this closer. Sorry. Um, sec. Hey, Sophia. Oh, Sonia. Thank you. My first mod. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, you guys, what the heck? What is going on today? Have you seen the Twitter war that's going, or the X war that's going on between uh, Felon45 and Leon? It just erupted. I can't even believe it. Did you see the tweet here? Did you see it? What do you guys think? Hey, Earth Mama. Just take it in. Take it in. Hey, Suzanne. Oh, thank you so much. Hugs to you. Okay, Ivy. So apparently, Felon45 was talking about this rift that's developed between Leon and himself uh, at this conference. Oh my God, it's so embarrassing. Did you guys watch that? Anybody else? So there's been a series of exchanges back and forth on X that I just got home like an hour ago, and I, I couldn't believe it. I just saw this popping up on YouTube. I think Linda G was the one who had posted about this tweet about Leon's apparent admission that he stole the election um, for Felon45. And I was going to read like some of the comments if I can still find it on my phone. It's brilliant. Uh, people saying things like "do talk," and I knew it. This is a crazy day, and I think one of the first questions was, "Is this where the implosion happens?" Oh, I know that comment was underneath my post that I was going to do the show today. Well, hey, Earth Mama, you're going to catch up today a little bit. Yes, so this is a, um, a tweet that Felon45 made today, recently, in this exchange. He says, the easiest way to save money in our budget, billions and billions of dollars, is to terminate Elon's governmental subsidies and contracts. I was always surprised that Biden didn't do it. That's a shot across the bow, or bow. That's insanity. And then there's apparently a felon 45, or Leon, as we call him, had tweeted that Trump was in the Epstein files, and that he knew that and there's probably things going on. If anybody out there comes upon another tweet between the two of them, just let me know, just put or at least give me a sense of what it was about. This is fascinating. So, and then during that presser, right, with the German, is it the German chancellor, or yes, Felon45 started to talk about how, you know, he was kind of surprised that this thing was going on, like that. Oh yeah, because the biggest thing, right, that happened yesterday was um, Leon saying that he did not uh, like the bill and that it was an abomination and nobody should vote for it. And besides that, anybody who did vote in Congress should be primaried and eliminated from Congress. That was a big deal. And then so it begins. And before that, in context, was Trump giving him a golden key to the city. And people were wondering, is he fired or is he not fired? Is he going to be in the background? What's really going on? But that kind of seems to be the trigger of this fight. I like that, Mama. And so people are talking about, and even I think Felon45 talked about how the cutting of the EV subsidies were a big deal for Leon, but those should have been done a long time ago. That's interesting. And then there's a lot of cuts to, I think, to Doge. Everything. Oh, also, this was so fascinating uh, that. Oh, I think it's in this last tweet I read, but about the possibility that even Starlink wasn't secure in this bill. And we had talked about, my guides had shown me, do you remember last week, even the week before, about how Starlink was not a given, or at least I've been talking to people about this. Did I talk about it in the lives or just with other people when I'd asked my guides that it was a high possibility that other people would bid for those contracts, and they could be given to like Bezos. Bezos is now competing uh, with satellites, so there's no real security in the fact that even though so insane. Um, that's why Leon seemed to have gotten into the government, or gotten that special role in government to begin with, and given uh, two, 200 to $300 million to get Felon 45 in there so he could stop he could get the contracts and also stop the investigations. That whole thing is going to just go down the drain for him. Oh, it's so French kiss. And did he not learn from watching uh, Rudy and Mike Pillow and all these other people? Of course, this is what's going to happen. Ah, it's so brilliant. Yes, it is, Suzanne. It's so crazy, but what a brilliant day. I'm so glad I'm doing a live today. Hey, Artistic World. Hey, Mimi. Yeah, well, it seems that maybe, and I've heard other psychics, speculating about this too, is that maybe, and my guides have shown me that Leon would spill the beans, spill the tea at some point, narcissist that he is, because he's got the goods on Felon 45, and Felon 45 can never back down from a fight because this is something I was going to mention, um, that they both have, it's a disorder in the for psychologists to diagnose, really mainly with children and adolescents. It becomes antisocial uh, personality disorder for adults, but I think that they should kind of, you should be able to give it to adults too, the oppositional defiant disorder, which is this um, intense dislike of authority to the point where you become perverse in anything um, that anytime that you're exposed to authority, you oppose that authority, and anytime you're given an instruction to do, you do the opposite because it's challenging your ego, and it's always me versus them, and it's pathological that they cannot take direction from authority. They cannot take instruction. They will do the opposite. So it's oppositional defiant disorders. They both have it. So even if it's not rational, to um, oppose every authority or every ruling. It's just something in the personality. It's like a extended adolescence. Adolescents can get into that stage, or a 2-year-old stage, right? When 2-year-olds, they feel the need to oppose you in every way. It's when they learn to say no or do the opposite. And there is a reason for that in development, which is to develop and assert your autonomy. But there are limits to that, and you have to, as you grow up, you learn where that is appropriate and where that's not. So, geez, oh my God, so crazy. Hey, Brenda. So this is like an explosion. This is this is crazy today, and it's just all happening now. And they have got the goods on each other, and Elon especially, or Leon, sorry, has the goods on the felon, and they will fight to the death. I don't think they either of them feels there is an option. And as I was asking my guys about the situation, it's only Jackie's saying it's only Wednesday. It's crazy. Usually this thing would happen on a Friday, right? Um, and please give me your questions. I that's what makes this live happen for me is your questions. I'll take them, but not on personal things, just on world things, general things. So the guide showed me that I haven't lost it now. Oh, it's about Felonia or Leon, that that's it. He really, really feels and has felt that he should be president. He feels that he's given the presidency to Felon45, but only in how can I say it? It's something he's given and he can take away, because really he's the president. And that's why he's been in the Oval Office. That's why he's inserted himself into the meetings, into Doge. And he is so outraged that he was fired, and he feels like he was fired from his role. He wanted to stay. The way that it was done, and the guys show me there's been so much backstabbing and infighting and people who do not like him. Oh yeah, they're reminding me about the black eye, right? And that they say, well, who knows? But they say that is not from his child, but from I heard Besson, and I know that happened before. People, oh yeah, God, so much is going on. The whole Stephen Miller, Katie Miller thing, and Katie Miller leaving to be with Leon. And I'm just saying that was the rumor. Has been possibly Miller gave him that black eye, but this is interesting, and I found this, and I didn't copy it or anything. I think it's Daily Beast or something, Political. No, I think it's Daily Beast. Who and I have to look for it again. I've been meaning to, but I'm so busy. Right, I've been so busy with just different things, just haven't remembered to do it when I had a chance. But there's an article about how the rumor has been that Katie Miller has been chosen to be Leon's handler, and that is like what the situation is now. If you think about a handler, it's like um, Melania with Felon45, the speculation, and I did a video on it that my guy showed me. She was allegedly a red sparrow. Somebody, like a tempering force, a modifying force, and somebody who keeps an eye on and manages a person who um, needs handling. Somebody who reports back to another um, authority. So if that is the case, then that would be either reporting back to her husband and potentially, or reporting back to Putin, because I believe Putin is um, the one who would be responsible for that, because that's his oligarch. Just like, Felon45 is an oligarch. So who's in charge of those guys? Putin. And so I thought that was interesting. I just read that in an article. So is that a romantic relationship? I mean, it could look like one if Miller was allegedly, and like, entertainment purposes only, I'm just psychic. What do I know? If Miller is a handler for Leon, and he is somebody who has a lot of secrets, right? He admitted himself today that he got the election for a Felon45, and Starlink. Anybody? Like we pretty much, a lot of us have. Hey Naya, or not Naja, guessed how that was done. Hey Mark. Then um, there's a reason. I mean, like to keep an eye on that guy, especially with that New York Times article coming out, like we didn't know. We've been talking about it all this time. The ketamine and the hallucinogenics, and oh my God, yeah, it's crazy. Like it's always, that's the oppositional defiant deserter too. By the way, like I would say a symptom, because somebody who feels the need to say like "F you society," I'm going to be tripping my head off whilst I'm in the Oval Office. That's like a narcissistic, yeah. Like I'm too cool for school. I don't care. So that's crazy, but that's we've seen him do it. But you can't really rely on somebody like that, because he's so he's out of control, right? So you would put a handler there to keep an eye on him, because the reality of romance with this man, when he's so like he's oh yeah, that's also something that struck me, is like, do they both need diapers? Like, because the rumor is that allegedly, according to the New York Times article, that Leon has developed bladder issues because of his chronic ketamine use. And if that's the case, wouldn't it be bizarre if they both needed diapers? That crossed my mind. That was just a random thought. Um, so let's see. Have I missed some comments here? Um, so I don't see that many questions here. Well, how about you, Jackie? What more will be exposed about S. Miller criminally? Oh yeah, he's a snake in the grass. Ugh. It's always awful to. I don't mind reading about him, but his energy is just. Um, but my guide said, when I have asked about him, uh, that he's in dire trouble. He does not have a good ending. Um, I mean, he looks so weak now, doesn't he? With I mean, the optics of his wife going off with Leon. That's fascinating to me. There's so much. There's hidden stuff hidden there. The guides are. I'm asking my pendulum here, or I'm asking my guides. And but there's a bad ending for him where he loses everything. He's like put his eggs in one basket, because people are now saying he's more powerful than anybody else close to Felon45. Lucky him, because of the stench, right? But maybe he doesn't care. Because he smelled probably, that's terrible to say, smells of sulfur. Um, Thumbhead. And it's, oh, it's Thursday, right? It is Thursday, Jackie. It's not Wednesday, of course. Um, yes, Mimi, it is Thursday. I'm sorry. Wish I can't, I don't usually edit these, but I really apologize. I can't edit that comment in the back, in the past. Anybody who's seeing this, big apologies for that message up somehow. Um, Yeah, it has been a long week, Jackie. Um, that oh, it's so bad for these people. So I was just listening to a discussion about like what happens after this comment came out by Leon about if it weren't for me, I'll put that on again if I can find it. I think it's way up here. Um, we will be talking about this. Elon Musk. Without me, Trump would have lost the election. Dems would control the House, and the Republicans would be 51-49 in the Senate. So, and my guides say that's actually that the Democrats would have actually won by some their own anomalies, or not anomalies, but just things would have come to a pass where they actually would have controlled the Senate too. What happens now? And in the Constitution, according to the AI, as somebody was researching, um, or according to the commentator, she came up with, well, there has to be an impeachment, and then the vice president would step in. But I don't see that. I see them. I still see the military um, taking them out of office, and I think it has to do with that last minute thing that Biden put in, which was that if there should have been some kind of takeover or cheating, that the last president would come back in. Isn't that what? Or somebody let me know if I'm wrong about that. Um, hey, Carolyn. Hey, Lori. The sky is falling. It really is falling. Um, well, good thing too, right? For us, this is this prediction, that this was going to happen, and now it is happening. It seems it's insanity, but it's like, well, that's what the guide said. Oh my God, I just can't believe it. But more of this has to come out. This comment has to lead to something. So let me ask my guides about the comment um, that Leon made. So, and what do you guys think about that? What do you think about that tweet? The guy, Leon's tweet that without him, you know, Trump would have won. The guides say there will be investigation. It's not going to stop there either because Leon is going to people are going to try to put that um, tweet into context and say, well, we really didn't mean it or he meant it like this, and Leon's going to say, no, I really meant it like this is how it happened. This is what I did. I can prove it to you because he's going to get so sick of Felon45 and the GOP and like how screwed over he feels. He's just gonna he doesn't care. At some point, he can leave the country. He can go back to South Africa or he can go to Dubai. There's a lot of places he can go. He can get out of Dodge. If there's nothing left for him here, that's what I'm hearing. Then he can just go. Oh, thank you, Lori. Well, Lord, you mean they? Who they? The GOP or who knew about this? Yeah, he may leave the country. I think this has just started. I don't. I think this is just like what we've all been waiting for, right? Um, oh, that's 100%. Government contracts should be removed from Elon or from artistic world. Yeah, I agree. I that's what my guide showed me that they're going to go to Bezos or somebody else. Like it's so ironic, isn't it? And that I used to envision um, the satellites of Starlink going out one by one, just but they're so toxic. Oh yeah, some of them, the original ones, I think are burning up because he used aluminum, and they're like the sun is, they're just like constructed poorly. So a lot of them aren't even gonna last because, and what a waste! There's billions of dollars up there, and pollution. which means we all pollution. Also another story, right? That I don't know if you saw this, but that Leon's town that he built in Memphis. Um, it's to do with AI, and it's just it's polluting Memphis. And it's in African American communities, like the poorer communities, I think, on the edge. And he's following no regulation, and people are complaining about it. People are coming out because it's an abomination. Talking about an abomination. So that's another thing. Hi, Sabrina. So Sabrina says, I have a MAGA GF, and she says a recession will help America bring back jobs to America. When will MAGA wake up? So I think those are two separate things, right? Um, so, oh yeah, Mark, I agree with you. That's another thing I heard from my guys is that Pooty is going to spill the beans too. He's so angry that Felon 45 was so incompetent as to not have any intel on this Operation Spiderweb. Oh my God, so brilliant. I cannot wait to see the movies made about that. You don't have to, make up a story. You can just tell what happened, hire some actors. It's like Mission Impossible, right? And it was a year and a half. I'll talk about that in a second too. Operation Spiderweb made me so happy. Slava Ukraine. God Almighty. Uh, that's an amazing story. Does everybody know about Operation Spiderweb, by the way? Um, so, well, yeah. Hey, Teresa. Will Trump ask the military to aid Russia? So that's talk that's been going around. It's definitely something. That's one of the reasons why Putin put Felon 45 into the office. Oh my God, he's so deranged. All these people are deranged. They think they're smart, but they're crazy, and they make crazy decisions, and they're not living in reality. But you'd think that they would be. They're so good at destruction. They can be very clever at it. Look at Putin, but they're just like they really kind of like bet on the wrong people. What is up with these? It's insane. It's insanity. The lunatics have taken over the asylum. Um, so yeah, I think that Putin will spill beans because of what I said, because he's just, I mean, that, okay, I'm going to mess up my explanation on that. Like I've listened to a lot of videos on it and stuff. I'll do my best. If anybody can explain it better than me, which is most of you, please give us the lowdown. But what happened was that Ukraine has been planning this amazing covert uh, plot to get within Russia itself. And I read that they know the guy who actually like planned it within Russia, or was able to carry it out. And he had a trucking firm or something, and he hired truckers, and they put trucks in strategic places with these drones, and nobody knew about it. Like one truck was like planted 5 kilometers uh, from the from the Kremlin, and for apparently like they were able to get away with it. And they did not tell. Oh my God, a year even after a year and a half ago, they did not tell. I think Biden probably knew about it. Biden maybe helped them plan it. He's such a brilliant strategist, but they did not tell Trump or anybody within Trump's circle that this was happening. And on Prigozhin's birthday, which was June 1st, it was go time. And these trucks, I can't remember how many trucks there were, maybe 600 trucks. Uh, drones came out of the trucks and attacked their a third of their um, Air Force, and these were the planes, or many of them anyway, that were the ones that were going to carry or could carry nuclear bombs or nuclear missiles. And he they eradicated a third of Russia's Air Force, working Air Force, a third, and they can never get that back. I mean, they don't have the money, and it has to be like to purchase it would take years and years to get those planes back and to to train people. Um, it's genius, and they must have known too, well, knowing Pootie, that he was going to, um, he had pretty nefarious plans. I mean, he'd been bombing civilian territory forever, and just begun new incursions into Kursk and into into inner Ukraine. Um, am I thinking of Kiev? Yeah, and too bad, Pootie. So everybody's like going back and talking, not everybody, but a lot of people are talking about that meeting, or we're remembering the meeting that um, Felon45 had uh, with Zelensky, and telling Zelensky, and he was so disrespectful, uh, that he had no cards. Like it was a JD Vance, maybe he said it to him. And there's all kinds of memes out there that show uh, Zelensky with with cards, and also eating a taco. I've seen one with him with cards and eating a taco, because everybody's now calling Felon45 taco, which is Trump always chickens out. And I can't help thinking I want to hear somebody doing like an AI rendition of Macho Man, but instead Taco Man. Taco, Taco Man. I think it's just a natural given. So apparently, with Russia, the army and the secret security were fighting. The scene in Russia is disintegrating quickly. Yes, they did. They estimated the underdog. Okay, thank you. Russia only had six A-50 AWACS planes, and the drones took out two. But they took out many planes, right? They didn't just take out two planes. So thank you. I didn't know the logistics. I appreciate it. I knew I'd screw it up. But I'm doing the best I could. So T-Lin, hey, uh, Jason Smart is in Kiev and excellent at explaining the strategy and thinking of the Kremlin in Ukraine. Thank you for that heads up. Um, oh, right. That's in Memphis. The supercomputer is fueled by methane, which spews formaldehyde and nitrogen oxide smog. Barbara, thank you for that. Um, so I'm gonna. I'll get back to your question. But Mimi, brilliant strategy. Yeah, it's amazing. It makes me so happy. Oh, yeah, because I want to continue with this, just to add on that. And what just came to my mind is, since I heard that story, I was thinking about it. Is that who's to say that those were the only trucks? There could be more of that in strategic places in Russia. They won't know. How will they know that there's anything else planted out there? There could be one just that has Putin's name written on it. They must be so paranoid. I would be thinking, oh my God, like, what's going on with that truck? And it doesn't have to be trucks. I mean, they could have done a whole bunch of things that we're yet to find out about in Operation Spiderweb, a whole bunch of things. That may not be it. Uh, that's uh, that's what I'm thinking. Um, Genius plan. Guess Zelensky had all the cards after all. Yeah, yeah, he did. So the question is, will I think I answered the question, does Putin, or is there discussion about us sending troops to help Russia? But I didn't answer the question, will that occur? So that I'm going to ask that now. No, that will not occur because uh, there's two reasons the guides are showing me. One is that they don't think Pootie's got long. Really, not at all. And oh yeah, my guys are helping me remember this. If it was done on Prigozhin's birthday, and I've thought this for a long time, my guides have shown me this for a long time. Who helped them carry it out inside Russia? Maybe the Wagner Group. Maybe those who are still pissed off about how their leader was destroyed because he had a following that was loved the man. He's like a god to them, and they still go to his grave and they do ceremonies. I think they're Asat. I don't know if they're Asatru, um, Odinist, and they worship him. He's like their Odin, and also probably a lot of the Wagner, or not a lot of the Wagner group became mercenaries for Pootie and were sent to Africa. But I think they probably tortured and unalived other followers or other like commanders that worked with Prigozhin. So it makes sense to me logically that it would be the Wagner group who gets the last laugh on Pootie. Like they would carry it out. Yeah, that would make sense to me. And maybe the Wagner Group and Zelensky are kind of like working together because the Wagner Group are and like their connections are in Russia, right? I mean, that's where they're from, or a lot of them are from Russia. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Let me go back down here. Oh, did Jimmy do that? Oh, that's fantastic. That is like just I knew somebody would do that because that just is so perfect. Taco man. I do watch some I do watch some shows that are Eastern European about Ukraine, The Enforcer, and also Arthur Rahi and Anna from Ukraine. So I have been watching those, but not the other one was mentioned. Um, Yeah, Thielen, Russia doesn't have manufacturing capability to replace planes, mostly made during the old Soviet era. So brilliant, brilliant plan. And I just don't see Russia coming back. And I don't see us in the end sending troops because just see the fall of this regime of the coup that is here of because Putin controls that coup. If Putin goes, then I think that's I I think that it would be like chaos. Like at the end of Lord of the Rings when uh, um, Sauron is destroyed and his armies just all fall apart and they run in all different directions. The orcs are out of control and everything falls apart. That's kind of how I see it. Oh, that would be brilliant. Let me see what I'm missing here. It's been an insane week. When did that happen? When did Operation Spiderweb happen? Was that just at the end of last week? I'm losing track of time. I think I said that in my other show. Um, I love Zelensky. Oh my God, I did a past life on Zelensky on my channel. You guys saw it. Uh, just go to Melissa Freeman Psychic channel on YouTube and look. I have a past life playlist, but he's there. So, what else am I missing here in this crazy, crazy week that seems like years? Yeah, I think so too, Mark. I believe this drone attack is ending for Pootie too. I think, you know, if the Wagner Group doesn't, you know, I don't know if I can say this on YouTube or not, but whatever him, then there's people just waiting in line to do the deed. And it's it's like the sowing of karma. It's like reaping what you sow, and then we're watching it, you know. And hopefully we've all, like the guy said to us a month or two ago, to stand on the edge of the inferno, watch Rome burn, but don't go into the inferno. Just stay on the periphery. And see what other. Yeah, this has been a lot. Oh my God, the blind leading the blind. Yeah, the greedy. No, I think the blind can be highly intuitive, and you might do better if you were actually blind but followed your intuition. I'd say the greedy leading the greedy, wouldn't you? Because greed. There's never enough money in the world. Oh, I know. I know what else. How about Peter Thiel and Palantir? Talk about Lord of the Rings, because that's uh, you know. Oh, what is his name? Why do I forget it? Samarin. Is that right? His well, the all-seeing eye is actually belongs to Sauron. It's a like an obsidian. Uh, is it a crystal ball or something where if you look at it, then evil can see you, and you kind of fall uh, into this ball. You can see things. You're able to yourself, like scrying is being able to like look into like a still pond or into a crystal ball and see the future, but then it sees you. So Palantir is about that exactly. It's about gathering all the data and putting it in one central bank and then controlling the data. Um, Thank you, Hazel. Same to you. Uh, will Peter Thiel's involvement be exposed? Well, it's being exposed right now. People are talking about it publicly. The question is how to stop it, because the fear is that it's going to be politicized, and you can control uh, people's data. And right now you can't. Like I heard this on a YouTube show I was watching. Sorry, and I was going to say I was talking about, but I was watching it, and what they were saying was that you wouldn't need, is it habeas corpus, and but you could go, you right now you need like a, it's illegal to take people's private data without like a warrant. But if TL is successful, the government's successful in this, and you can just have everybody's private data and there's no legal recourse there. There's no legal privacy protection. So that is scary, scary, scary stuff. And of course, Peter Thiel is also like, I mean, he's brilliant, right? And he's got all this. He's a techno genius, a technocrat, but he's also, look at his eyes. He's also like Pootie and Leon. Like he's also crazy allegedly. Like he's also like in this bubble of a world that it just at some point. I mean, it looks good on paper. It looks good um, on AI or something, but it's not gonna like there's a part of it that's missing, and it's gonna come into disaster, and it's gonna bring him down. Oh, artistic world. What did Cash Peter say? Yeah, eyes are soulless. So you're talking about Teal. The guides say that Teal is mad, like the Mad Hatter. He's mad. He's in love with his own reflection, meaning, well, that's narcissism. Um, it's like he's driven by a demon. That's what they're saying. And his intelligence almost comes to easy, they say. It's too easy for him. But he's not looking at, he's so narcissistic. He's just assuming it's all gonna pan out. How could it not? And he tries to stay in the shadows, so he doesn't get caught. So he can carry out this nefarious plan. But let's look into allegedly his future. Disaster. Absolute disaster, because he's trusted again, like Pooty, the wrong people. The people that he thought could carry it out, they're all going to crash and burn, meaning he's going to crash and burn. And what they're showing me the vision is, it's like he's exposed his. Oh, that's what it means, because I see like people. It's almost like they're falling into like a pit or something, and they're hanging on to him, but then his clothes come off. That's crazy. And he's exposed, so that emperor has no clothes. I think that's what they're trying to tell me. And he, like the others around Felon45, feel like he should be the president. I am the president. All these people are my minions and they're doing my work, but I'm the real president. That's how he feels. But he, just like the others, is going to be hoisted by his own petard. One of my favorite sayings. Um, oh, thank you, Alexander. Let me see. Yeah, I saw that he said that I saw that about the tweet, but I wonder if that's an elaboration of the last tweet, because that came out like before it started. Um, it's going to be a crazy day today, because it's just gonna, like, they're gonna go after each other till it's gonna be knock out, drag out, knockout fight, like, to the death. And this is, how they are. And I don't know. I just had this vision of like the actress Joan Crawford, from the old movies, and she was like a real drama queen. It's like, don't you know who I am? I'm I'm Leon, and that's the same thing with the Felon45. Don't you know who I am? It's kind of like they're drama queens, kind of going for it. But I actually have seen people joking about like it being a cat fight, so maybe that's why I'm getting the vision that I'm getting. They're just gonna. Um, yeah, Barbara, Palantir can be used for surveillance. Thiel wants to dismantle democracy and replace it with a CEO-led dictatorship. It's, yeah, a technocracy. Yes, 100%. That's what he wants to do. So the guy's saying no, that isn't going to happen. Thankfully, all these people are crazy, because they're taking each other down, and they're not loyal to each other. And they both have, not both, they each have, because there's more than two, they each have their own agenda. They're not going to back up anybody's agenda over their own agenda. That's kind of what's happening with Leon. Um, oh, I can believe that. That's not going to happen for him. Wow, I wish he would just join Felon, not Leon, and like take off and go to Mars. They're living in the 1950s science fiction movie. Oh, really? I have no doubt about it. He can afford it, and but he's so mad. You can see the madness, and uh, he can have all the young children's blood that he wants, but the body can still rot. Um, so we can carry on talking, and please talk amongst yourselves. I am going to read for us the oracle card for today, because I just like to do that. Uh, from my new deck by Stacy DeMarco, and that is the Queen of the Moon Oracle. I'm sorry, Queen of the Sun Oracle. She did Queen of the Moon Oracle. And this is such a beautiful deck. So this is Apollo Insight. Look at the rational truth of a situation. Seek the facts. Know thyself. Pay attention to your health. Ask questions. Do not guess. Inquire. You may get what you're looking for. Use divination more regularly. I heal and can heal. I seek the truth. Apollo. So that that is a good direction. Look at the rational truth of a situation. So, oh, I'm not on X, but I know that you can if there's a tweet, I know you can go there, but I think that if you want to like join in, you have to, or if you want to follow, you kind of have to join. But I'm hoping that other people are going to like be talking about these uh, tweets so I can keep up with them. I'm sure I follow Midas Touch Brother and all those guys, so I I'm sure I'll hear about them. But right now, it must be an exciting time to be like on X just to watch it implode on itself. And apparently, Leon is using X like to back him up because he owns it, so he can hire a bunch of like hundreds of bots or have thousands of bots, and they can all say like pro Leon anti felon tweets. It's so great. It's so great. It's amazing. And I love that this is happening also because my guide showed me it and other people's guides have shown it to them and we're kind of watching it just like, and I think like when those things get shown to me, I'm always a little skeptical. Like I go, okay, because they're pretty accurate. But then maybe that's something that I want to see, of course, and then so I kind of put it to the side and go, okay, let's see if it happens, and then here it goes. So a lot of other things that I've heard from the guides and their psychics have heard from the guides. Oh my God, if that could only be the case. Because my prayer and what they've shown me is Kamala Harris and Tim Walz being our president and vice president before the year is out. Oh, wouldn't that be amazing? Wouldn't that be amazing? And all so many things, so many horrible executive orders and whatever being just, you know, um, discarded because they're illegally done. It's not like we didn't know, right? The question is, what are we going to do about it? Well, for the people who are going to the No Kings event, um, when they said, is that, please give me the right date. I don't want to mess people up. Is it Saturday? I know Father's Day, and happy Father's Day to those of you who are celebrating. Or is it on June? It's on the 13th of June, but that's also Juneteenth Day. Um, but I think in this case, I think both can be celebrated together because it's so important. A taco truck parade on 14th. But I'll look it up. Okay, what am I thinking? Just Google it and see when it is where you are. But that's going to be a huge event, and that's when people can talk about it and plan what to do about it. Yeah, 100%. What are we going to do about it? Um, oh, my guys are saying there'll be things done about it. Don't you worry, because it's going to happen. Oh, it's going to be crazy, but it's going to happen. Well, I'm saying it's going to be crazy. I don't think my guide said that. It's going to be amazing, the guides say. And they wanted to tell you just be prepared for miracles. Oh, that's it. Because I always ask them what to tell you before I do this. And they said, be prepared for miracles because miracles are about to happen. So I should always say this at the beginning, but I always forget. I am available for personal readings. My information will be below in the description box when this is when I can put my information on YouTube after this is over. And I do past life readings, anything in the present. I can be medium for you and introduce you to your guardian angels, which I love to do. So yeah, just I just wanted to tell you that. Jackie says, I'm so ready for term limits in Senate, Congress, and other political positions. Hey, Stephanie, I'm glad you're here. Um, so, yeah, I don't even know. There's so much stuff that probably has just gone down in this last hour. It's going to be an amazing night to listen to, uh, you know, listen to the news. And when I say the news, I mean, social media, because I don't listen to the news. Although, and even though I canceled my subscription to the New York Times because I get so pissed off when they, there's certain things that they publish. Or just when I did that was when they, because there's something like sometimes they'll publish a really far right or gaslighting type of article. All of a sudden, the one on Leon and his drug use was published. I'm like, wait a minute, I had just canceled, but I think I'm still subscribing to the end of the month. But now I'm thinking maybe I should resubscribe. Uh, but it's mainly Midas Touch and various people. Is it Luke Beasley and Adam Mockler? The two Taras. There's so many wonderful YouTube shows on. Uh, so yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for showing up. Is there anything else you want me to read on or talk about before we say goodbye? I'll look and scroll up. What did you just say? Even hearing their voices on video clips just makes me want to light sage and clear my space and protect my energy. 100% agree with you. Everything's changing. Everything's about to change. I love you guys. You guys take care. I'll be back on next week, probably at 3 again. I did. I just had to kind of push this up to 4 today, just because I had other things going on. Folks, the 14th parade is for the Army, not just Cheeto birthday. I heard that it's really been kind of toned down too. And then, of course, the Pope is going to be in Chicago, and that's going to be amazing. He's having his own um, uh, gathering, right? That's going to be amazing. Oh, it's so great. Another chef's kiss. I love that Pope. I do too, Mimi. I loved connecting with you. Goodbye, Mark. Bye bye. Yes, Forest Dreams. He is. That's got this working for Putin. 100%. He's got a Russian email address. Oh, I was going to talk about that. Um, I'll leave you with this, I guess. If we seem to feel like we're under like everything's just we're bombarded with all this attack on our government. We are, because this is my belief. Okay, just you know, grain of salt here. Why? I got no. I take that back. I take that back. I'll just say again, I'm a psychic. What do I know? But I don't think I have to be a psychic, or anybody else has to be a psychic to see that we're under attack from Pootie. That Pootie's running the show, and that's why he got Felon45 in, and Felon45 gathered everybody about him who's approved. Look at Tulsi Gabbard, approved by Pootie, and our government has been dismantled because this is an attack on us. We're at war. And that's why I hate to say that, but that's why everything seems so counterintuitive. Is because why would any president want to dismantle our government? Well, the enemy of our government wants to do that. So that's what's happening. That's why everything feels so crazy. It's because everything and counterintuitive, because we are the Trojan horse. The enemy is now domestic as well as foreign, and trying to kill our democracy. But my guides say our democracy will stand strong in the end. Okay, so I don't want to freak anybody out, but I just, oh, hey, JC, that's what's happening now, I believe. So just look at it realistically. And I'll answer this too, Barbara. Um, I I read on this last time, and they showed me that the Congress would pass the original bill, but when it got to the Senate, it would just be a disaster. Now, Leon is against the bill, and and if Leon's against the bill, there are other people against the bill. I don't believe the Koch brothers. Well, maybe the Koch brothers are the ones that push their weight on getting EV subsidies out, but it's going to be cut up into big, big chunks, and it's going to go back and forth. And it's not in the way that it is now. And I don't believe maybe it's going to be like we're going to go back to the original bill, which was Biden's bill. So that's what I think is going to happen. Um, yes, yes, JC, it's coming from inside the house. Oh, that's the truth. So, okay, I will go now, but I love you. Oh, Lenny, a lot of Tibetan monks meditating, all the sage in the world. We will clear that energy. Yes, not enough sage in the world, but we can do it. We will do it over time. Enough prayer. We can do it. I'm answering this question. How can the White House space be cleared of all that negative energy? It can be done. It will be done. Okay, you guys, you take care. I love you. Okay. Oh, happy Father's Day again. And yeah, I don't think there's another holiday coming up until June 10th. Bye bye.